an absolute honor to welcome each and every one of you on behalf of entire Veeam family to the 4th edition of Pro Partner Summit here at Jaisalmer. Amongst many events which probably Veeam does around the year, Pro Partner Summit is one such event which we really look forward to. It's so close to the heart of all the employees at Veeam, and it's precisely because of all of you. It's because of you who are helping us ink new chapters in history in the space of data protection and cyber resilience. So once again, a very warm welcome. Can I have the slide, please? So thank you, partners. Thank you for investing in us. Thank you for partnering with us. And thanks for all what we have done over the last so many years. So what do we do in the next 2 days? So we look at the results, we reflect for FY24, we celebrate a picture of partnerships which lay ahead of all of you. And I'm sure by end of 2 days, you would share our passion that you are partnering with one of the best companies in the best category and the very right time. So as we do that, let's reflect how we started. So if you pandemic, in 2022, we started our first edition of Partner Summit in Varanasi, a holy place. Then we went on to a brave location at Kashmir in 23, and last year we did at Ayodhya and Lucknow. If you look at each of these cities had a lot of radical importance to our country and reasons known to all of us. But one thing which is more prevalent in these cities is they had been resilient in many ways for not just years but for centuries along. And today we are here at Jaisalmer, and Jaisalmer is no different, friends. Jaisalmer has an amazing history. If you look at Jaisalmer, this is one city which has actually faced a lot of historian invaders, a lot of battles, and this city by itself actually faced wars as late as 1965 and 1971 wars as well. But still, over the years, they have been able to withstand the royalty of Rajasthan, the Rajputana culture by itself. And precisely again, because of the resilient city which it has developed. And the fort which is here, which you are witnessing tomorrow, I think it actually resonates a lot with the backup strategy what we have. So if you look at it, the fort which is actually built over Trikuta hill, which is by default nationally it helps to forfeit any kind of enemies. If you look at its defensive strength and self-sustaining systems, the wells, the reservoirs, it has actually helped the city and the fort to remain practically forfeited or never been able to conquer by any of the invaders in the history. Just like Veeam's backup strategy, we have a very strong architecture in place. We have multi-layer backup which protects the critical data of our customers. We have defensive strength in terms of immutable backups, which allows the customer to have continuous availability of these data against any threats. We have intelligent automation and recovery ability also in terms of the portability of the data, just like we had the Jaisalmer Fort. So friends, if you look at both the things, one thing which comes out very clearly is the resilience is the key to survival. So on that note, let's reflect on our results on a global platform for last year. So if you look at it, we have achieved a revenue of 1.75 billion US dollars, and mind it, this is an ARR figures, a practical growth of more than 22% year on year. You won't find any data protection company having revenues of 1.75 billion dollars. We have present in more than 75% of the planet. We have covered more than 150 countries across the globe, and we have more than 550,000 customers which we are serving today. If you look at the landscape, we have one customer where we have more than 50,000 workloads getting addressed. We have cloud instances, more than 12,000 cloud instances which is getting protected by Veeam today. We have 15,000 virtual machines. And if you look at the unstructured data, we have 15 petabytes of NAS data which is protected by Veeam. So if you look at the variety of the workloads which Veeam is protecting on a global platform, it's humongous. And the story continues even in the India geo. So if you look at the numbers at India and SAARC, we have achieved 55% year-on-year growth. Not just 1 year, not just second year, but 4th consecutive year. why Mr. Bambure always keeps us on the edge and gives us a roller coaster ride every single day. But I think the results are worth it. So, another very important feature is we have close to about 220 net new customers every quarter we acquire. We welcome 220, close to about 55% of the repeat business from our overall customer strength. Inclusive of existing and new customers, we have close to about 8,000 customers we are serving here in India today. You look at the enterprise growth, the three major pillars of our growth story. The enterprise business has grown by 105% year on year. We have public sector, government and FSI business which has grown by 80%. And then we have the rental business, for which Purvesh will come and speak about, which has grown by 85% year on year. And not just, one very important thing. Last in the FY24 H1, IDC declared India as the #1 data protection vendor in India too. There was a time frame in 2018 when we were part of the others category. And this year in 2024, we are the leaders in data protection and cyber resiliency in India too. So thank you so much for your help. Thank you for the partnership. Are just not in India. If you look at the analyst results on a global platform, whether it is IDC, whether it is Gartner, whether it is Forrester, we have been declared leaders in across the platforms, whether it is data portability, M365 or Kubernetes. We are the leaders in each of the workloads on a global platform as well as in India. So on that note, let's look at the priorities which are there for FY25. We have a set of priorities which we should focus on for our hyper growth and to continue our hyper growth journey in FY25 and beyond. So we have 6 parameters and 7 parameters across which are of core importance for all of us. Number one is BASH, to be the #1 player in BASH, #1 player in enterprise space, customer success, upsell cross-sell opportunities, Veeam team, partnership, and the alliance ecosystem. So we'll have a deep dive into each one of them. So to begin with, in last year we actually launched our Veeam Data Cloud platform, and we have an opportunity. We give that opportunity for the customers to decide whether they want to protect their M365 data as a service or as a software subscription. And just to reflect on the numbers, friends, we have 35 million M365 users which are there in India market alone, which is a great opportunity for all of us to go educate the customers, because most of the times customers by default think that the data is getting protected, but it is not the case. They need ISVs to protect the data, and we have great opportunity for the customers. Go talk about this opportunity, whether as a service or as a software subscription. We have an opportunity to protect VDC. Then last year itself, in month of around November, October, we launched the mother of all partnerships, Microsoft partnership. We launched Cloud Vault. It's a completely immutable storage which is available on the Azure block. So when you have when you follow the 3-2-1 strategy, you can put one of your copy back on the Azure cloud. So for the first time, Veeam as an organization is selling storage on Azure platform, and we have multiple product releases last year, close to about 21 product releases, which actually helped us to navigate this growth. And this is just not stopping here. We have that growth going on in FY25 also. So if you look at the evolution of VDC, so in FY25 we are also extending the VDC platform for an AWS workload. So you would have both Azure and AWS, where you have ample opportunities to talk to your set of customers for both VDC as well as for Vault. We have close to about 500 million users of Salesforce which are available on a global platform. If you resonate to the India market, at least we could have many number of users there in India also to protect. So it's about going and talking to your set of customers about the opportunity which is there, whether to protect the Salesforce or M365, and definitely about the storage either on the AWS or on the Azure platform. Second priority is to be #1 in enterprise space. So if you look at being our goal when we started about 7 years back, we targeted at Nifty 500 would give a benchmark or the goaling metric to have the our penetration focused on the enterprise space. And just look at it, we have close to about 62% of the Nifty customers getting protected by Veeam today. Isn't that amazing? If you look at each of the verticals, financial services, if you look at oil and gas, pharma and healthcare, we have more than 50% of the customers of Nifty are protected by Veeam today. So we continue to focus on the enterprise space to be the leader. We want to go from 62% to 100% in another 1 year's time, and that is the commitment which we need, which we work along with all of you to achieve that milestone. Just to have a look amongst the enterprise space, while we focus on enterprise space, but our business on the velocity space, on the SMB space, would continue to be the clear focus. But there are certain points by which customers are actually choosing Veeam against many of the other players available in the market, and that is precisely because of our software-defined and hardware-agnostic approach, which has been there for years, which has got today absolutely recognized, and we have customers who are absolutely swapping the competition products with Veeam today. We have the fastest recovery options available for our customers. Then we have full support. Our latest acquisition last year about Covier, it gives customers an ability to protect the ransomware protection before the incident, during the incident, and post-incident. That's a VCS program which is available with us, which actually helps customers get glued to Veeam in terms of ransomware protection. We have that ability, we have that ecosystem available, which will help customers build that confidence with us. Then definitely about the portability of multiple workloads, which is again one of the top features for us why customers are choosing Veeam. Another important parameter is about customer success. So if you look at today, data resiliency is actually a rocket ship category amongst many categories which could be available. And this is an opportunity for all of us. But one thing which is very, very important and which has played a very crucial role for us at Veeam here in India is about the customer advocacy. So if you look at it, amongst all the successes, all the wins which probably all of us have had, the customer win stories, the customer video case studies is something which is encourage all of you to please go talk to your sales teams, talk to your customers for giving us an opportunity for making a video case study. If it's an opportunity for earning for your partner sales reps, as the priority for us is upsell and cross-sell. So if you look at the growth and the evolution of the Veeam's ecosystem over the years, there were times about 3 years back probably we didn't have virtualization platforms, breadth of workloads which are getting protected by Veeam. And that is where we have time today to reach out to the customers again, talk to your existing customers, because 100% there would be an opportunity where you would have left certain workloads not to be protected, but today we can go and talk to the same set of customers and get some upsell opportunity there. So when I say upsell and cross-sell, upsell is when we are selling one edition of foundation to advanced and then to premium, and cross-sell is when we are selling more products of Veeam into the same customer base. So I would encourage, it's a very important metric for us. You would have just remembered that we have 55% of the repeat business, and 55% of the repeat business is practically happening when we are addressing these workloads, going back to the same customers, upselling and selling more. Today we have different sales leaders. We have Amrish leading the enterprise, we have Nipun who is leading the government FSI and the PSU business, Sandeep Patil leading the commercial business. And then we have a pre-sales team who is supporting the company. We also have an SDR function which practically helps build leads, navigate the leads to all your partner organizations, and we have a channel team supporting it. So I would encourage all of you, you won't find any company in the data protection space having 63 people on field running for you, running to partner with you, to have opportunities to talk to your set of customers. Please involve the sales and the pre-sales and the channel team in your existing opportunities, in your existing cases going on. It will only build that confidence and running in terms of the Vault product line, which is the new one, which is available for all of you to leverage. In addition to that, you have the rebates, you have the transaction margins So predictable margins across every transaction for a platinum partner is somewhere close to about 17%, and for a gold partner is close to about 14%. We are making every effort to make you guys more profitable. We understand the efforts which you are putting in, which I think all of us know, which is available in the in any customer environment. There are cases which are much more than this. This could be the smallest case. So you can just imagine and understand how big the predictable margins and absolute value could be. Also getting extended to an AWS platform in FY25. So our integration with the Alliance ecosystem is very, very strong, and I would encourage, many of you are doing that, other partners should encourage and leverage that Alliance ecosystem which is there for us, because customers today is just not about the CIO, it's also about the CISO, the security, chief security officers want to understand which products which are coming or which are being purchased, whether they are security compliant or not. And we understand, we read that, we have that feedback, and hence we are integrating, we are getting the academia of partners, we are getting people who are the leaders in the security space to partner with us. We have our API integrations, syslog integrations with all the security OEMs vendors. We have our partnerships with Palo Alto, with CrowdStrike, with Sophos, and it gives confidence to the customers that the products which you are selling, it is tightly integrated with the security vendors as possible. So it's a very robust ecosystem which we are building in. Now this all efforts would definitely help us to cement Veeam as an undisputed leader in data protection and cyber resilience. When we do that, we also should give an opportunity to all of you to engage more with us and also earn more and earn and grow with us. So we have announced one Thundersphere for FY25. So it's a visit to Thailand. It's a paid trip for the partner organizations exclusively, and there are two metrics which are available for all of you to engage. One is on a $1 million TCV, and other is 100 logos. So we have two metrics. Partners, you can choose whether you want to engage with a $1 million NTV on a absolute revenue number, or you can do it with 100 logos. You have different set of customers. You can choose which opportunity to engage with, and it's a space which is available round the year. I encourage all of you to please participate. $1 million TCV and 100 logos is not a steep target, and we would definitely, I would like to see many of you qualifying for this and partnering with us for FY26.